Flushed it. Felt like you hit them really good, but they didn't really open up.
Yeah, not as much as the other ones, yeah.
I think you've probably given yourself a little bit of a slug rack there, but...
Probably. Won't be first time.
No. But do you like your layout?
Yeah, they're okay. Like I said earlier, anytime you get a ball, I'm happy because I'm at the table again.
You get to
yeah, because you can decide
decisions.
then.
Yeah.
And if you do miss, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Sometimes, obviously, you can't keep clearing up, but you can have a good go at it.
Yeah.
So, like, straight away, this is the cash ball for me, the long red. If I can pot that red, I know I'm running into balls, but chances are I'm going to be on at least one of them.
Yeah.
But that's the...
Is that your first shot or second shot?
Yeah, that's my first shot. That's the cash ball, yeah. If I can pot that, then chances are I'm going to clear up and win the frame.
I love that term, cash ball. Basically, you're saying to yourself, if I make this pot, I'm going to win the frame.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's this is basically like the 8 to me.
Yeah.
In my head, anyway. So just pot all.
It allows you to have some clarity in that as well, in terms of if you had to take that pot on, but there were still problems everywhere else. All of a sudden, you're thinking about, but actually, you're thinking, if I make that, it's worth the risk because if I make it, I'll win the frame.
Yeah, and just it's so important just to think, right, I'm going to pot this.
Yeah.
And trust yourself with your cue action and your technique. Because if you've got any kind of doubts, I think they can creep in, especially when the pressure's on this one shot.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of the doubts they creep in.
But yeah, if I can pot the red, then pretty much work the finish out afterwards.
Yeah.
You can't really decide yet
because you don't know how it's going to land.
Yeah, because the balls could go anywhere. That pretty sweet, really.
It's come out okay as well.
Yeah,
look for a second like you might kill a red there, but that's not happened.
It's not too bad. Yeah, it's okay.
So now you map your route.
Yeah, now I can work the finish out. Yeah, pretty much thinking straight away that's my last ball probably.
Okay.
Because this red sneaks in the middle.
Well, that was going to be my question. Is I think a lot of people look at this layout and don't see this as a bad ball, but for me, I'm looking at it going, it's so far away from the rest of your work. I was interested to know when you'd go after that.
Yeah.
One.
Probably leave it to last because it's not a bad ball, is it? To get
just get down the left hand side
the 8,
of the table.
Yeah, anywhere on the side rail, you're gonna.
Yeah.
You can pot the 8. Just nip this, and then play a little cannon off the red, and hopefully be on this red then in the middle. Yeah, I've played that okay, but it's landed.
Bit awkward.
Yeah, a little bit smelly. Yeah.
That red just come up. If the red stops somewhere there, it's a bit easier.
Yeah, would have been perfect, really. I didn't want to play with any more paste though, because you can lose the white to touch then. So now I'm gonna have to pot the red in the middle and then probably play this red and play that red in there, and then play the following red in there as well, because it only goes in one pocket. Cheat the bag slightly there.
Yeah, just
a bit
pot
more
on the
angle.
far side. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't want to be anywhere near a cushion here to play the penultimate red out. So just try and play as dead weight. Yeah, played that okay. And now I'm probably gonna have to play a shot on the last red, which you said was kind of the bad ball, being so far away from everything. But if I can just banana the white out slightly, I should be able to get somewhere near.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah. Just play this now. Touch the side to get the white down, make sure I don't snug myself with the yellow.
There's that little trace aside just to make sure it tracks on the line towards the 8 ball rather than the yellow. That was nice.
And then don't miss the 8 ball.
Yeah, hard work's done. Don't miss this one. That was nice. I mean, probably one of my favourite ones we've done so far, simply because that was not easy by any stretch.
Yeah.
That was a tough first ball, but I love the way you just clarity of saying, make that first ball, I'm going to win the frame off it, and then work out the route after that.
Yeah.
And even then, the little cannon you had to play, it didn't really work out, but you still were good enough to come up with a good. So that's where you're sort of matching your sort of patterns and your thought process up with really good cueing and great ability on the table.
Yeah. That's the one good thing. That's why I don't get really bogged down if I lose position or whatever. Because in my head, I'm always thinking I'm not going to miss anyway.
Yeah.
And if I do miss, I do miss. Everyone is prone to missing, but at deep down, I always think I'm going to keep potting anyway.
And you're going to get not just pot, but you can get the cue ball singing if you need to.
Yeah,
If you'd finished, further to the left hand side, you felt like you could do something because you've got that ability.
Yeah, find a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
that was nice. I like that one. Let's see another.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad.
I mean, you can't hit a break worse than that, Sheppy. I've seen you play a lot, and that's as bad
Yeah,
as
but
I've
look
seen
how
you hit
easy
the
they
break.
are, though.
I know, but that's what I say. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's my point. You cannot, and they come out like a dream. Before you talk me through what you're going to do here, if you hit a break like that in a tournament and they come out like this, are you sitting secretly in the back of your mind going, that's going to annoy my opponent?
Big time, yeah, and laugh my head off. Because you see it and people like, other people do it, I think, just to be annoying as well.
Yeah.
Because they do it and they hit them terrible and you think, you lucky. But then, like, when you do it yourself, I giggle into myself all the time, mate.
Yeah.
Because it's so, you don't deserve a ball, really. You deserve to win off and lose the frame, but...
And they come out like this.
Yeah, couldn't have put him any better man, really. But,
so talk me through this one. Those are your choice?
Instantly, I think that's my last ball.
Yeah.
For the 8 in the middle. And the rest is really just picking them off. They're pretty easy, to be honest.
We were sort of talking not on camera about this before, but I think you're one of the players that you're sort of almost, it's like a subconscious patterns that you kind of have them, but it's hard to articulate what you're trying to do because you're kind of, it almost like it subconsciously evolves and you kind of know where you want to be without really, without overly thinking it.
On instinct.
Is that that sort of layout where it's hard to actually talk about where you're going to be because you're kind of, because of the way you go about them?
Just pick them off, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd roll that yellow in there. I can see the finish like instantly, basically. That in there, that yellow in there, that one in there, put the yellow in there, play that yellow there, leave there, bump, and it's just done.
So you just see it straight away.
Yeah.
Just love that.
There's no real like...
Because I think a lot of people in this situation, they go, oh, this is so easy, I'm just going to start potting balls and I'll get out whichever way I go. So
yeah, regardless of where you go, yeah.
But you're still picking that nice, some real good thinking there.
Yeah. Just screw back slightly, hopefully leave there. And they just dot to dots, really. Just roll this in.
Really nice. It's such a nice and simple. You haven't played a shot yet.
Yeah.
It's just all a little stun shot, a little roll shot.
And with this, even if I do go too far or not far enough, I've still got the yellow at the bottom.
Yeah.
To leave myself the option of if I do butcher the shot, But hopefully I don't butcher it. Yeah, I probably would even play now to land straight just to push through.
Yeah.
If I go too far, I can play the 8 in the middle. Ideal world, obviously, I'd be dead straight, push through.
Yeah.
And then the frame is done. Or I can even play this yellow as I planned and just play a little bump onto the red, which I'll probably play. And then play it, run it off the cushion then to make sure I'm straight on the black. Or somewhere near straight.
Very simple, very nice. It's just a lovely finish, but obviously it's, for a player of your level, you saw that and you're like, well, this is easy, this is dot to dot, but you still just made the game easy because you didn't play any shots there.
Yeah.
Everything's a roll through, everything's a stop shot. It's just really nice and simple. And even that last shot I liked because I've seen a lot of players with that last positional shot that just play a little stun shot to get onto the black in the middle, and all of a sudden they overhit it, a little bit of tension, they're playing a match and they end up awkward.
Yeah.
You're playing it off the cushion to guarantee the fact that you're always going to be nice on it.
Take the twitch away kind of thing.
Yeah, little subtleties like that make such a difference.
Yeah.
Fascinating stuff.
Just make it as easy as you can, really.
Yeah. Tell you what, you flushed them.
Yeah, that wasn't bad, was it?
That was nice.
I didn't get a dodgy rack then.
No. we're filming this on the eve of a Pro Series event. If you played like that all weekend, you got to fancy the job, haven't you? That was nice.
Yeah, that, like I said earlier, I've just changed the brake slightly, and touch wood, it's not too bad at the minute.
So you got the split. So what are you thinking? Red straight away?
Yeah, and I would even be tempted to play the plant. So I'll get rid of these two, play the plant, and dependent on how it works out, I can even play a cannon off this red to get the 8 moving.
So straight away on if I was on commentary with this one, I'd be talking about that 8 ball, talking about, if you had a ball here, it'd be so easy for you to get on that.
Yeah, it's like a given.
What makes that tricky? There's nothing to get on it. So is that making you think maybe the nudge on the 8 ball is a good way to go if it?
Yeah, or I can even land nicely on one of these reds to get on it.
Yeah.
To get nicely on it, but if I do get a chance to play the nudge, then I probably would. To be fair.
You're thinking potentially you could land on this one, a little nudge on that one while staying on that one.
Yeah.
But that you don't know if that's exactly going to plan out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just work your way into the finish.
I like the fact that you're not overly precious with these sort of patterns. You're allowing options to sort of develop as you're going through
as you go. Yeah, I think that's more of a modern way of playing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people the same way. They roll with it. Maybe not as much as I do, but just the way I like to play.
But I still think there is a real high level of patterns in there in terms of it's just you've given yourself a few options there. You're like that because you think about things so quickly. You very quickly thought, right, I've got to clear those two, get on the plant, and then I've got a potential few options coming up for the back end.
Yeah, some good
but you'll
stuff
figure it out
happen
when you get there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We'll try anyway. Conscious there of not going too far and leaving myself dead behind the yellow.
Yeah, just hit that window.
It was an easy shot, but just make sure you get right on this red.
Yeah.
And then push through. I'd like to be straight on the cushion to make the plant just as easy, because you don't really want to be playing it where you're shooting away from her. A little bit like that, but it's okay because the plant's pretty easy.
Is this the point where you start to make your mind up about the potential nudge on the 8 ball?
Yeah, now with an option, obviously I'm looking to push through, and hopefully I don't cover that red with this red.
Yeah.
So subconsciously I'm thinking just make sure I don't make it tricky.
So it has covered it now.
Yeah. And I've gone a little bit too far as well. But if I could just get there, I can play the split, leave the red, and hopefully push the 8 towards the pocket. So play this red in the middle. Tricky little cueing. Yeah, and I've gone a touch too far, so I'll have to play to land on the black. So pot that red and just leave there somewhere just to run over and play the 8 down the cushion. Landed just perfect there. I'm even perfect to play the cannon.
Well, would you be less tempted to play the cannon now there's no ball to be on other than the 8 ball?
No, because I'm that confident in my nudges and my little soft touches that I'd fancy getting this like every time basically.
Yeah.
So just play into it. If I hit it bad, I can leave up the top or in this middle, and if I hit it perfect, I'm just going to push it towards the middle.
What you're looking for, like a half ball contact?
Yeah,
on the 8
just
ball.
a little flick to get it moving. So play with trace the left hand side. And I'm just okay, you know what I mean?
A shade fuller than you were probably thinking, but you take that.
Yeah, I'll take that every time, yeah. Now just don't miss the black.
That was lovely. I think a lot of players wouldn't play the cannon in that situation, but because you're backing yourself, and also you're playing the cannon in such a way that, as you said, you'd worked out there was 3 pockets you could play that in. It was hard for that cannon to go wrong for you, which is why you decided to play it in the end there. I found these runouts that we've just been going through here absolutely fascinating. I think some of the patterns that you come up with are are really impressive, but I love the fact that you're not precious about your pattern, as in you will allow it to evolve. Like you worked out on the one we've just seen very quickly that there was a few ways you could go about the bottom of the table. But you knew exactly where that you had to clear the top, get to the bottom, and then work it out. And I absolutely love that. I think you can almost see the fact you're seeing so many different choices of shots. You're actually having to narrow it down and go, which one do I want to go? But I find the fact that you're matching up these lovely patterns with great cue ball control and potting ability. It makes the game look really simple and really entertaining.
Yeah, I could feel that way sometimes. It's just the way I've always played. I've never really, I don't play as attacking as I was, say, when I was just starting out or whatever. But yeah, I like to think I get a bit of stick, really. I think people say it can be a bit erratic or whatever, but I don't really see that.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting point, because I think you're happy to sort of throw the cue ball around 2 or 3 cushions if you need to, because you've got belief that you can do that, you'll get your lines right. So you're happy to sort of factor that into your patterns. You don't need to work it in a way that has to be simple. If there's a way that you like, you'll go that way.
Yeah, just obviously I think it helps playing so much snooker now, especially these days, where it doesn't even feel like a hard shot. It's just something, it's there and I'm going to pot it regardless.
Yeah, no, I thought this was absolutely fascinating. I absolutely loved it. Thank you for your time,
No problem.
Sheppy.
Anytime.
Good luck in your next tournament.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Simon.